I welcome you all in our today's online session. Hope you all are fine and having good health. We start today's session. This is Engr Adeel Khan. Today's topic of the session is management. That how management plays a role in many of our daily routine of life, and it also plays a vital role in most of the processes, office environment, and many kind of educational institution and other many of things are being engaged with management aspects. So management is the evolution of management through it starts in the scientific era of 1800 century 1800 further towards 2010, and now onwards it also evolved in many other kind of processes which are deal in most of the life routines. So after 18th century, the scientific management theory that is also related with the administrative management theory and bureaucratic management theory, which are related with consequent rate of change of problem handling towards the solution. Further, it evolved after the 1800 century to 1920, and afterwards it changed and with the evolution adding as the behavioral school of thoughts. So behavior is also a vital thing in our education and in our relation as well. A good behavior of human being can also be a good personality as well. So further behavior, we need to be realize that how it change our personality of life. Afterwards, 1920 at 1940, it also include the evolution in management with the management science approach. So it also relate in the relativistic aspect regarding the evolution of management. Afterwards, after 10 years in 1950, the systems approach also be further add in the management branches. So system approach means that the systematic approach hierarchy which needs to be followed by system of proceedings and procedure in most of the place. So we need system approach aspect as well in the evolution of management thoughts. Afterwards, in 1970, after 10 years of 1960, further the evolution would be add as contingency approach as well. And after further 10 years, it also be moving other modern approaches which we also be learn and discuss in upcoming slides. So these are the starting evolutionary aspect that is add in these aspects to evolve to adding one by one aspect with each other and onwards from till 2010 to 2020. It will also be included in modern approach with theory of effects as well. Afterwards, the classical approach to management, which are related with the scientific management, is a theory of management that analyzes and synthesizes workflows. Its main objective is improving economic efficiency, especially labor productivity, scientific management laid down laid down the fundamental principles of large-scale manufacturing through assembly line factories. So assembly line factories, which you can see in the background activity of assembly lines, which are three onwards coming to a centralized location in which different kind of products are reached in the single entity, which are related to the red blocks, blue blocks, and also the green blocks, which are coming towards a single side of the assembly line factory through the conveyor belts. And these are the different approaches which are coming towards at the centralized aspect, and at the end of these three approaches we got the end result as well. So further, the administrative management, it's a theory focuses on the improvement of productivity of the entire organization. Further, the bureaucratic management, which are also be discussed in our previous slides. The bureaucratic management is a formal system within an organization that is distinctly based on precisely defined hierarchical roles and levels. Division of labor, formalized rules, impersonality, and the selection and promotion of employees, which are also the important aspect in the daily routine office work aspect of the employees based on the ability to help maintain efficiency and effectiveness as well. Moving further, the main and unique aspect which are we follow in hierarchical evolution in our previous slide like this one, the behavioral solution, the behavioral management further, and it is the study of how managers should behave to motivate employees. So these are the lectures now these days, but it's a rule and manager need to follow and motivate their employees, their colleagues in the workplace. So the workplace ethics would be formed in professional way as well. So manager should need to behave and improve the employee motivation and encourage them to perform at high levels and be committed to the achievement of organizational goals as well. So without motivation and encouragement in the platform of office work, factory, and other kind of institution, employee cannot play a vital role, key role in these kind of workplace to boost up and moving the organization goals to get their achievements within time or before the time at the decided as per the plan. So several individuals and experiments contributed to this theory, some of which are Hawthorne studies, Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, which are the second one point of theory is commonly used and commonly analyzed in many of the management study aspects. McGeorge and theory X and theory Y, which is also a vital theory study now these days in management. And I also study the kind of things in my bachelor as well in organizational behavior as well. It's a vital course. Most of the engineers and other kind of scientists and bachelor's person can also be go through by this course and topics which are we called organizational behavior. Above theories helped discovering that people work for inner satisfaction. Inner satisfaction is the belief that employee can get motivation, can get achievement encouragement, and other kind of boost up by the manager, by the hierarchical management, uh, as a reward of its work. So then that inner satisfaction would also become inside of a person, and then he plays his role to particular organization in the percent of 100, and can provide the outcome and output the particular organization which organization need from a particular employee. So the inner after this inner satisfaction and not materialistic rewards, shifting the focuses to the role of individuals in an organization's performance. So afterwards, the second and further quantitative management, which are also a part of management science approach, the management science approach is uses rigorous quantitative techniques. Quantitative means it's a science of number and science of the quantity which are related to the numeric value of calculation. So quantitative techniques to solve problems and make decisions in complex environments and situations of uncertainty and conflict. So the situation of uncertainty are available, the situation in most of the organization institutes as well. So the uncertainty and conflict are the problems which can demotivate our employee in our workplace as well. So the higher management authorities, a competent authority, we can also set this term, to banish the situation of uncertainty and conflict kind of situations from the organizations, because within the uncertainty and conflict, people of workplace cannot provide their 100% or 110% to the organization, because they are not own their organization because of the uncertainty and conflict kind of things. So management should need to understand these problems of employees. The job security is also a main issue of the demotivation of employees in our workplace, but upper management are not care about this thing. Most of the people are rely on one job, so which is not good. Employee or a person should need the kind of branches of outcome of income and many other resources. So and another thing which is most important and vital key role for the person is he or she need to get skills in many kind of fields, so he will or she will be expert in most of the fields which are relate or not relate to his profession. So he will be survive in the society in many kind of expertise with many kind of expertise in society, and he will decide his career because of its achieving skills in many kind of areas. He will diverge its workplace and working in the kind of fields as per his or her skills. So we further moving towards the next paragraph of the quantitative management. The discipline is characterized by a search for an optimal, which is the best option, answer for a problem by using quantitative mathematical models. So optimal means with the less resources, we provide the outcome as per the user, as per the requirement. So this is we call the term optimal. Minimum time, minimum resources, and 100% outcome, which is the best thing. So enabling a decision maker to better understand the problems facing him, her, and provides a tool for making informed and reasoned judgments. For example, using decision tree to choose from multiple options, the one with least risk and more financial reward. Financial reward, we can say it's a fruitful thought, or a life of a salary person, a life of a person who can say, which can create a glowing feel in the inner side of a person and inner satisfaction by a financial reward. Uh, Example, we can consider that if a person get financial reward, the kind of uh, you can say the extraordinary duties and extra duties, the paid duties, the financial reward get by the person who can serve his time on weekends, on Sunday, Saturday. So at the outcome we provide for his duties in the form of financial reward, like some kind of money to him or her, then the inner satisfaction due to financial reward would be biggest reward and achievement for a person, because these are, we can say, the materialistic things, but money is also an important aspect which can also make a smile for a particular person in every kind of aspects as well. So financial reward is also a main thing for motivation of a person, because people work for their financial aspects. No one can provide you a service for free of cost. Further, system approach, which is the another evolutionary aspect in management approach, which we call a systematic evolution approach after the quantitative management. A system is any set of distinct parts that interact to form a complex whole. So in many kind of unsystematic organizations cannot be fulfill their requirements and cannot be fulfilled up to the mark as per the standard, as per their plan of actions, because the systematic approach cannot be feed in their organizations. So if things, plans would be formed, would be going through by systematic approach, then their managerial activities would be formed as per their plan, hierarchy, and Gantt charts. Systems approach to management treats an organization as an open system which interacts with its environment by way of out inputs, outputs, and outputs. These are the outcomes of the systematic approach. And without the systematic approach, the clash, conflicts, and the, you can say, particularly the mismanagement would be formed if things are not going as system approach. So systematic approach is plays a vital role in management and managerial skills as well. So contingency approach also implement in the evolutionary management aspect. So contingency approach is a school of focuses on applying management principles which we discussed nature. So further, the management principles and processes as dictated by the unique characteristics of each situation, it emphasizes that there is no one best way to manage. There are many kind of ways to manage in best way of any organization. So it's up to you that what kind of best way you need to follow, because there are many best way to manage things in organization, and that it depends on various situational factors. So most of the trainings are in so it implies that no, there is no best, there is no one best way. There are many best way to solve any kind of problem, as what they refer to solution in cost effective way. And it depends on various situational factors as well. That situational factors are very organization to organization as well, such as the external environment. Sometimes external environment also plays an important aspect to control the labor, upper management, officer managements, and the assistant managers, associate kind of hierarchy. So these are the upper management also be impact as an external environment as well. So internal, we can suppose the labor division or labor kind of people are internal environment of a particular institution or a particular company or industry. Technology as well, a best aspect as well. Organizational characteristics of manager, and characteristics of the subordinates as well. So if we move towards the system, the culture as well emphasize and depend on system. Technology as well relate with the system. Government also relate economy, geography, and demography. All these kind of things are make a system. There are different kind of aspects which are coming and running through or by a system. So further, the next aspect, the modern approach, which is the last aspect as well. Chaos theory is a scientific principle describing the unpredictability of systems. So the next thing is learning organization approach. Learning organization can be defined as one in which all employees are involved in identifying and solving problems, which allows the organization to continually increase its ability to grow, learn, and achieve its purpose. The organizing principle of the learning organization is not efficiency, but problem solving. three key aspects of learning organizations are involved as team-based structure. So team-based structure are a hierarchical aspect to minimize the kind of things and also minimize the kind of loopholes and abnormal condition of situation in a particular organization and institution as well. But the next approach is the empowered employees. And the third one is the open information aspect. So these are things which are also related with modern approach. Now moving towards the number three, total quantity management, that is called total quality management, TQM. So it's also a vital, important aspect topic in management managerial activities as well. It's a kind of approach to management that focuses on managing the entire organization to deliver quantity, goods, and services to customers. Total quality management has four major elements. So, number one of total quality management aspect is employee involvement is essential in preventing quality problems before they occur. So this is the employee involvement, which is essential in preventing quality problems before they occur. So solution and prevention also provide before the occurring of problem. How? Because it's based on its analysis. It is also based on their preventive monitoring of a system. So number two is customer focus, means that the organization must attempt to determine customer needs and wants and deliver products and services that addresses them. Benchmarking means that the organization is always seeking out other organizations that perform a function or process more effectively and using them as a standard. So it's a benchmark. So benchmark is like a standard which the organization need to be followed and organization need to be maintained or improve their quality as per their benchmark of standard as well. Okay, for the number four aspect of total quality management is continuous improvement. Continuous improvement means that the organization is committed to incremental changes, that continuous changes, continuous improvement, the relativistic ideas are involved in these kind of modern approach solution. And continuous improvement is a kind of things which we need to follow by a feedback as well. So in most of the CQIs of the standards maintained to follow the kind of feedback by CQIs and implement the kind of aspect like a CQI. So means that the organization is committed to incremental changes and improvements over time in all areas of the organization. A total quality management itself a kind of subject, and these are the branches which are involved in the key kind of four things in total quality management. Without these kind of four branches, the total quality management cannot be survive as well. Okay, afterwards, the continuous improvement. I'm keen interest to talk about in continuous improvement. The Japanese term we called a kaizen. Most of the people are fulfill their master's thesis on the field of kaizen, that is based on the continuous improvement, and Japanese follow the kind of kaizen model in their organization. It's a kind of and field of study which follow in many industries and also follow by many kind of institution, industry and companies as well. So I also suggest you guys to overview about the Kaizen model, which is the Japanese technique for continuous improvement for managerial perspective. Furthermore, the next aspect of the modern approach is Six Sigma approach. Six Sigma is a management philosophy developed by Motorola. The central idea behind Six Sigma is that if you can measure how many defects you have in process, you can systematically figure out how to eliminate them and get as close to zero defects as possible. To achieve Six Sigma quality, a process must produce no more than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. So Six Sigma is also an important and a famous management philosophy in managerial aspect. So commonly is a theory which management hierarchy follow in their any institution or organization and company as well. The fifth one of modern approach is we called lean management. Is an approach to running an organization that supports the concept of continuous improvement. So lean management is a substantial aspect of continuous improvement that we study in the third part, fourth in our previous slide. A long-term approach to work that systematically seeks to achieve small incremental changes in process in order to improve efficiency and quality as well in lean management. So this is the last slide of today's session, the explanation. These are the terms which are related to the contingency, which means a future event or circumstances which is a possible but cannot be predicted with certainty. So it's a kind of incident happening, and we can say that event of occurrence. Chaos. So a complete disorder or confusion. In simple, we can say it's a kind of confusion in many kind of organization due to kind of complex level of complex level of situation. So chaos is also a problem which also be plays in many areas. Quantitative, which are related with the mathematical. Demography, the study of statistics such as births, deaths, income, or incidence of disease, which illustrate the changing structure of human populations. And further, we can say the composition of particular human population, we can say it's the study of demography. Further in last, the explanation of the complex terms are we can lean. Lean is incline. And another meaning of the literal meaning of lean, we can say in Urdu as simplified, simple, and Urdu we can say it's रूखा. जैसे हम वो लेने जाते हैं रूखा गोश्त something. So vegetarian people it's not friendly with these kind of terms, but lean is a simple, clear, and completely clear. So this is all about today's session. So hope you understand the kind of things. Up till now, any one of you, if have any kind of question, query, or difficulty regarding today's session, please feel free to discuss. I will answer the kind of question and resolve your queries if you have in your mind. Please ask. I am available to answer your queries.